Sports, ESPN. I think people who don't know Pascal Siakam's game might have been a little bit surprised to see him score 32 points in his first ever NBA Finals appearance. What was it about who he is and what he's got that allowed him to perform on this stage that well?
He does a great job of attacking those gaps, using his body, attacking the angles that the defense is giving you. He can go both ways. I just like when he plays that aggressive.
But given his improbable background and his lack of experience in this game,
that's not important. Like you're playing a game of basketball. You know, whatever happened in the past happened. You know, I think having the mindset of going for it and knowing that it's going to be okay, your teammates have your back, your teammates believe in you. That's all that matters, and he knows that.
4 rows back in the middle to Kayla.
Marc, Kayla Gray, TSN. I mean, you've always been one to look for an extra pass, but in this game, you're a little bit more comfortable with going for that 3, and a lot of the other guys as well. Was there something that opened up for you guys? Maybe extra passes that opened things up in terms of good looks? It seemed as though that worked for you guys on offense.
Well, they were blitzing Kawhi on a pick and roll and allowing the middle of the floor open, or they were switching early on the offense, and we did a good job of moving that ball and finding. I still think we can do a better job on it, but that was good enough. I still think that we can do a much better job defensively than we did tonight on stretches. I thought the second half we improved our rebounding, and we didn't allow, I think, as many second chance points as we did in the first half. So overall, happy.
Left side, front row, Steve.
Steve Ashburn at NBA.com.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr labeled them as dare shots, opportunities you had where they didn't rotate to you and you had basically uncontested shots.
Yeah.
Do they feel like you're being dared to make those kind of shots? And how does making those versus not making those early in a game affect your game as it goes on?
If you open, you got to shoot them. They're not there. Like you open, you shoot them. And then we go from there. If they go in, great. If not, you keep taking them with confidence.
Right side, 5th row. Dan.
Hey, Marc.
Hi.
Dan Wecke with the Los Angeles Times. You've played a lot of big games in your career, but you've never been on this stage. Were there moments tonight where you were able, even for a blink, able to reflect and be like, I'm in the NBA Finals? And what was that like personally for you to be able to be on this stage?
No, my brain doesn't function that way. You out there, you're playing basketball like you did your whole life, and this kind of where it's the most fun. You got to lock in, not allow. When they make a couple of shots, tough shots or mistakes that you make defensively, kind of rattle you a little bit and frustrate you. You got to stay poised during the whole game, so your brain can't go anywhere else but every possession.
Last question on the left side, 4th row. Michael.
Nice.
Marc, Michael Grange from Sportsnet. What you said when you notice early that they are going to be very aggressive, trapping, sending a second defender at Kawhi. How does your brain function at that point? What signal gets sent to you?
Well, if you watch the previous series against Portland, they did that with Damian Lillard and CJ. So we assumed that there was a chance they were going to blitz Kawhi. So we were understanding the spacing that we were going to have and what kind of shots were going to be open, what kind of rotations they were going to do. Now we got to still improve in some areas and spacing and moving out of that. But overall, I thought we did a decent job.
Were you conscious of trying when they did switch, trying to take a smaller guy down to the rim a little bit more than you have previously in the playoffs?
Yeah, and I thought that the guys did a good job of finding me in the post. The 2 or 3 times that I went down there, and it went well.
Thank you, Marc.
Yep.
Why Mike Bond with Rolling Stone. They held you, pretty in check in that first half, but in the second you were able to open up a little more. What were they doing that was effective in the first half there?
I mean, they did a good job both halves of, blitzing my pick and rolls, keeping a third guy in the back, not letting me play one-on-one. It's really like tilting their defense. That's pretty much it, just not letting me get no easy looks, bringing 2 to the ball, and if I get by, that third guy's coming. But, you know, my teammates played well tonight, so, I mean, it's a team game. If they're going to play like that, then, you know, guys are going to play well, get wide open shots.
Fifth row on the right side to Joe.
Joe Varden from The Athletic. Kawhi, everybody knows the Warriors have been in the last 4 finals. They've won 3, all that. What was your conversations like in the locker room the last couple of days leading up to this? Was there some sort of discussion about how they're human just like everybody else, or just trying to bring them down a level?
No, I mean, we don't have conversations like that. We know that they're human. I mean, they're a great basketball team, talented players, high basketball IQ players. You know, you just got to go out there and compete, take the challenge. We know they're going to make, you know, big shots, go on runs, and it's about just keeping your composure and keep fighting through. Don't put your head down when, you know, players, Steph or Clay make big threes. Just keep playing.
Fourth row in the middle to Kayla.
Kayla Gray, TSN, got a great night from Pascal Siakam. Being on the floor with him, what did he add to the game for you guys tonight?
He played well on both ends of the floor. You know, he got to the paint. He knocked down his shots, his wide open shots tonight. He was aggressive on both ends of the floor, got his hands, deflections on a lot of basketballs tonight. Big block shots, big buckets, so he played well.
Well, I'm going to go back to the gentleman in the blue on the right side.
Robert Littell, BSO. You spoke about this a little bit earlier, but can you kind of talk about how your teammates really compliment you, especially when they are double teaming you so aggressively, and how do you, kind of go about your way of getting them going, and how that kind of really brings the crowd into everything?
I mean, just keep being aggressive. You know, we played, you know, teams throughout this playoffs playing similar defense. And I guess just learning from the experiences and guys being ready and just keep being aggressive and make sure I make the right play and don't try to be a hero out there. Just play basketball. And that's all I do.
Left side, fifth row, going to go to Arash.
Kawhi to your left here on the aisle, Arash Madani with Sportsnet. They got it to within 3, they got it to within 4 in the fourth quarter, and you guys were able to have an answer a couple of times. How were you able to do it to withstand them?
Like I said, don't get too down. They're a great basketball team. Just keep fighting, keep striving, don't give up, and just have a confidence. Just have confidence in yourself that you're going to win the game. I mean, that's all you could do. Lay it out on the floor and see what happens.
Going to go to the right side, 6 rows back.
Dan Feldman, NBC Sports. Before you succeeded so much in the finals, you weren't universally recognized as a star. Pascal Siakam wasn't an all-star this year. I'm wondering if you talked to him at all, or he talked to you about capitalizing on competing on this stage.
I mean, he doesn't need no prep talks. He's going out there doing it. He's not a guy that's shying away. He's very aggressive when he's on the floor. And I mean, when we talk, it's a group effort. You know what I mean? And hopefully everybody hears it and brings it to the game. Takes the knowledge when we all put in our knowledge and experience from past times, and that's all we could do. It's a team basketball game.
Any other questions? In the back on the left.
Kawhi, Jonathan Cho with Dia TV. Katie didn't play today. He may not be playing the next game as well. At the same time, are you preparing for him? Are you thinking about how to prepare for Kevin Durant if he does return during the series?
For sure. I mean, whenever he does play or say he's going to be playing, then we're definitely going to have to, prep for him. He's another guy that could just score 30 points in his sleep. And, I mean, everybody know who he is, and for sure we're going to have to prep for him.